Hi guys, good morning. I've been having so many thoughts and feelings still about this whole mug incident that happened, and one aspect of it has been really coming up for me. Now, the woman I dealt with, clearly I see this now, though I didn't before, was a narcissist. You know, because the note she sent me about the mugs was like it was very condescending. It was telling me in great detail how to pack the mugs, which anybody with half a brain would understand that ceramics need to be packed in bubble wrap in a box so they don't move about, because otherwise they're going to break. It's like, duh. You know, it's not fucking rocket science. It was all carefully done in such a way to upset. It was manipulative and it was gaslighty. And it was designed to make me feel a certain way. I see this now. Because that is what narcissists do. It's like they're on a mission, and this is why they're NPCs, and they are Matrix, and they are the hell contagion. Basically, they really are. They are soulless minions of darkness. And it is their mission to gaslight the fuck out of us and to manipulate us. And to make us react because we are so wounded, we are so traumatized. We are right now going through a massive thing. It's really big, people. We all know that, right? It's really big. This is bigger than anything we've been through before. It's like a kind of culmination, I feel, but, you know, omega. But it's very intense. And so it's like I said the other day, it's like when the mundane reality enforcement officers, you know, the NPCs attack. And that is really what is happening at the moment, I feel. Because I'm having interactions, not just in this case with the mugs, but also with other people that I can see now are most likely narcissists. Because there's the whole love bombing thing going on. And then the feeding frenzy, take, and then the abuse, which elicits strong emotional reactions from us because we are really wounded, because right now we are going through something very overwhelming mentally, overwhelming emotionally, overwhelming physically. It's overwhelming, and it's not really even bearable. We're enduring something right now that is beyond bearable. That is how I would put it for a lot of us, right? And they delight, purely and totally delight, in making us feel like we are the narcissists. That is really what it's all about, people. And it comes really right back to it again of, you're the narcissist, you're a psychopath, you're evil, you're bad. And as soul travelers, we're empaths. So we're actually highly sensitive to this. It's like that is it is the weakest link of being an empath, in a sense. You know, that's how they worm their way into, and that is the hell contagion. Because then it's like you're right back where you started. Must be me, I'm a bad person. I felt like after that whole mug incident, you know, the note, which was just callous and nasty, it really was. There was no mention of dear Anika, we apologise for the inconvenience, this, that and the other, nothing at all. It was not my name, she didn't even mention my name. It went straight into a very cold, calculated description of how I should pack the mugs, and you have 3 days to send this back to me. And this was even before I'd been given any kind of refund or anything at all. This was after she'd already been quite unpleasant and rude and manipulative at me for even calling and saying, well, look, the mugs were the wrong size and the glaze wasn't right. And it was like, well, you know, yeah, we made a mistake, and what the fuck was your problem? Like, you know, oh boy, wow. You see, because what's been going on for me is this whole idea about love. Not just as a concept, obviously, but as in the new consciousness and what it is. What is it, the new consciousness, you know? Because we live and we know this. We live in a psychopathic world, and a lot of NPCs are narcissists, and narcissists are psychopaths. But soul travelers are empaths, and often enough we develop some narcissistic traits or tendencies. You know, if you dive into water, if you live in water, you're going to get wet. You have to survive in this place, or you kill yourself. We don't want to be even going there, people. We often enough feel that way, like, oh my fucking, I wish I was dead, I can't take anymore. Especially the month of October has just been all hell broke loose times a million. It's been appalling, I know that, for me and lots of others as well. But yeah, that's it. It all comes down to that again. The hell contagion wants us to remain in that torture chamber of you're bad, you're guilty, you're the narcissist, you're a psychopath, look at you. And so these fucking NPCs will come into our life with their evil, nasty, gaslighty behavior designed to activate the trauma. So we do react, because right now we are under so much pressure, it's ridiculous. And to say, well, you know, respond, don't react, that's all very well, but in all fairness, you know, sometimes we get it, sometimes we don't. And I feel that is what love is to say, you know what, that's all right. That's okay, Anika. Yeah, you got it wrong, but actually you didn't. You got it wrong, and now you've learned a really fucking valuable lesson, because look what it's showing you. It's showing you the truth. Because where this is all going is the new consciousness, the true, I should say, the true consciousness. And it's the question is, well, how is the true consciousness, which is infinite unconditional love and infinite creativity, how is that, how can that exist in the toxic soup, the narc world, the empty, hollow, shelled, psychopath narc world that we live in? How is that even possible? We've been lied to about love, guys, in a big way. We have been lied to about love. You know, love is blind. Love is kind. Love doesn't judge. Love doesn't, you know, you shouldn't have discernment, you shouldn't judge, you're a bad person for having discernment, you're a bad person for having boundaries. You should continue to be kind and loving and give of yourself and give of yourself and give of yourself. And I know these poor narcissists, it's not their fault, they're wounded. No, they're NPCs, they're minions of evil, they're mundane reality reinforcement officers, and they're there to keep you trapped in the guilt cycle, in the trauma trap. That is what they're there for, people, make no mistake. And hey, there are so many different nuances to this, and I will be shortly doing a video about love, because this warrants careful examination, people, because love is not being kind and being nice and allowing yourself to be taken the piss out of, allowing yourself to be gaslit by these fucking evil, demonic scumbags, which is what they are. We need to see and know what we're dealing with, and I believe that ultimately is what love is. Love is high discernment. Love is saying, I see what you're doing. I've been watching you for some time now. You may not realize, but I've been paying attention to your behavior. Oh yeah. And I see what you are. And now I'm going to cut you off, and I'm going to tell you where the door is, and I'm going to see you walk through that fucking door. Get rid of them. Say no. Be strong. Because you know what? You need yourself a damn sight more than the external world needs you. Be good and kind to animals. Be good and kind to nature. But for the rest of it, take your power back. I'm becoming painfully aware that there are people in my life that I'm probably imminently just going to be saying toodaloo to, because their behavior is just not right. It's not acceptable. And I'm done, actually. I've learned a valuable lesson through this whole mug incident. And it's interesting because it is about mugs, and because in England we do say, I'm no mug, or do you think I'm a fucking mug? You know what I mean? So it's very, very apt. Very apt. Because when I checked with Hermes Courier Parcel Service to see if they received the mugs back, guess what time they'd been delivered? 11:11. Ha 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 ha. See? Wow. Everything now is being done to keep us trapped. Going around in circles, people. But the true consciousness will never ever be kept down. That's simply not going to happen. So we need to have a completely new understanding of what love really is. And I'll finish this video with this, that it starts here at home, where we stop allowing ourselves to be treated like absolute garbage by these scumbags, right? Whether that's on Facebook, whether that's on Twitter, whether that's on YouTube, whether that's just in your life with the people in the flesh and blood, whatever, right? Enough is enough, man. It's all this nasty, underhanded, subtle, so subtle often enough, but it's all geared towards making you feel like shit, making you feel worthless, making you feel guilty, making you feel like you're the narcissist. But you're not. You're a soul traveler. You're an empath. I'm a soul traveler. I'm an empath. We introspect, something the psychopaths never do. But they're so good at pretending they do. Oh, I go within. Yeah. You know, it's very clever, and it's doing all of this, and it's doing it more now, and it's louder now, and it's more feverish, because something big is happening, you see. I mean, I felt really shitty this morning, you know. I was massive crying bout because of it, and some other things have happened as well, just bad behavior, and because it just seeped in there. Well, love means you're kind, love is blind, love is you know, love means you allow yourself to be used and abused by, you know, by the forces of darkness. And that isn't love at all. No. Love is very fierce. Love is here. Love is how we awaken and see all this evil, filthy, dirty, disgusting shit in the first place. That is love. Love is death to the forces of darkness. Love is saying no. And there's a hell of a lot more to love. And I'm going to do a video about that, but I'm going to take some time off now because I've been doing a lot of videos, and yeah, I'm gonna start exploring love, on infinite unconditional love and creativity, the true consciousness. What does it mean, and how does it manifest itself here in this toxic narc soup that we as yet exist in? I'd venture to say that it already has manifested itself, of course, all along. It always has. It manifests in the synchronicity, it manifests in truth, it manifests in our awakening journey, which has been incredible and magical. So there is magic here, there are miracles here. The true consciousness has always been here. But because of the constant gaslighting, we've not really been able to see it. And this morning I couldn't see that. I'm beginning to feel it come back to me again. That powerful sense of, yes, I love you. You know, how it totally gaslights sorry the fuck out of us and makes us think that we're the narcissist. That, wow, is really something, you know. Really, really is. But mojo rising, guys, mojo rising. You know, evil won't win. It's the giant torchlight in the sky, and it's shining brighter now than ever before. Ha ha.